What's up, hiking friends? It's a perfectly dreary Saturday for a hike on the Appalachian Trail in Vermont. I am back at Quechee Rd. I'm just gonna do a little loop day hike. I'm hiking 3.7 miles to Joe Ranger Road, and then I will walk back to my car by way of the road. So there's no place to park right on Quechee Road where you turn on to the trail again. But the good news is that the trail follows Quechee Road into West Hartford, and it's on the trail where I parked at the community library and center, and I just popped in there and asked the lady if it was okay to park there for a day hike, and she said yep, it was no problem, and she thanked me for asking. I don't know if you can tell, but I have converted my Z-Packs Arc Scout into my day pack. I've taken the frame off of it, and I've taken the hip belt off of it. It's working out for me. This looks really freshly maintained. Do you hear those bells? There are a couple of dogs behind me with orange, bright fluorescent orange vests and bells. I hope they come with an owner. They usually do, but they're not on a leash. So I hope they're friendly. Hi. He's trail running, and he said that he hasn't seen too many bears up here. And I'm thinking to myself, of course not, because your dogs have really loud cowbells on, which is the point, right? I had to lose my fleece and my rain jacket because I'm toasty warm now, which is one of the reasons I wanted to come and hike. It's chilly today, and I wanted to warm up. Oh, there's sort of a view over here. Let me see if I can get a little bit higher. crabapple tree. Oh, look at this. Oh, I've seen this. I just saw this in a video. Don't mind if I do. It would seem that fall comes early in the North Woods. I would just like to point out for your consideration that the state of Vermont has switchbacks. Shocking. Let's give Vermont a really big round of applause. Thank you for your beautiful switchbacks. Whoever you are, thank you, thank you, thank you, because switchbacks are the bomb. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful switchbacks. Well, I just had a lovely conversation with a northbound thru hiker who started April 21st, and his trail name was Rerun, and it was just fun to talk to him and give him some tips and tricks for New Hampshire. And he's no stranger to New Hampshire. He's an experienced backpacker and has done the Presidential Traverse and the Franconia Ridge loop, or just hiked on Franconia Ridge. So he is not going into the White Mountains without a sense of knowing what's coming, which I think could be a really nice advantage. Camping options abound. Look, you guys, it's a maple syrup operation. And this is some kind of a forest road. So, that is so cool. I feel raindrops. I never really know if it's raining or if it's just the trees shedding the water from the rain from hours ago. I'm almost at my hopping off point. I think I only have about a mile left to get to Joe Ranger Road. And you know what? Maybe that is Joe Ranger Road, just at a different spot. But it's not the intersection I'm getting off at. Not yet. The green tunnel is becoming a multicolored tunnel. walls. Lots of walls. Right there. And over there. One little bit of sketch here. This requires concentration. Made it. It's a good thing I hiked in New Hampshire, so I know what to do with the sketchy things. It's a good thing I hiked in Arizona before New Hampshire, so I knew what to do with those sketchy things. Yeesh. Anybody know what those were? They're very pretty. They look deadly. We know that pretty things are usually deadly. Right. I've made it to Joe Ranger Road, where there's like no official parking, but you could totally park here. I'm gonna look around. I saw a car up here. Oh yeah. Perfect. And now I road walk back to my car, which I left at the library in West Hartford. And according to Google Maps, I should be able to walk there in an hour and a half. So, start your timer. It still looks like it's gonna rain, and it's kind of drizzly. So they call this Joe Ranger Road. Just makes me think of G.I. Joe. Does it make any of you think of G.I. Joe? Or is it just me? When I first started hiking, I was always really worried about getting lost, and so I did not enjoy loop hiking. I don't know, there was something about it that just made me nervous. Like, what if I went the wrong way? What if I don't know what it was, but, or like, what if I run out of water? Or, you know, I'm sure living in the desert had something to do with it, but now, if I'm gonna get out on the trail and hike the trail like in smaller sections like this, in a day hike, I'd rather do a loop hike than turn around and go back the way that I came. I don't know. There's something about the out and back hike that if I don't have to do it, I'd rather not do it anymore. And so it's really great that I'm only like 5 miles from the trail out here in Vermont, and I can hop on the trail at point A, hop off the trail at point B, and then loop back around by a different route. It's just more satisfying. And it also leads me to the thought that Juliana Chauncey expressed on the last episode of Backpacker Radio that when you start doing more long distance hikes, the day hike kind of leaves you feeling, not that it's not good, but it's so much more work to go day hiking than it is to just throw all your stuff in a backpack and go out for days. There's a lot more logistics involved, and I completely agree. So my goal over the next couple of years is to get on the trail for longer and longer section hikes, because I'd rather take like 30 or 40 days off and get on the trail and hike until I don't want to hike, or 30 days or 40 days or whichever comes first, and then get off the trail. And it's not that I don't enjoy day hiking. I totally enjoy day hiking. I'd rather just be able to throw on my pack and walk out my back door, though, and go for a really long hike or a really long walk and not have to drive somewhere to do it. That's what I've been thinking about lately. Oh, there's something magical up here. Let's see. This is bucolically spectacular. Pretty sure that is a flock of turkeys. When I first got up here and kept seeing roads that were called, like that road, Private Hatley Road, Private Johnson Road, Private Dimmick Road. I thought they were roads named after, like, military people. And then it hit me. No, they're private roads. I'd really like to meet Private Moonlit Terrace. right, okay. I'm back at my car. It took me 4.5 hours to hike 9.2 miles. 3.7 miles was on the Appalachian Trail here in Vermont. So that was awesome. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see ya next time.